What's going on? I'm live. We're rocking this out. Listen, okay, I got to get my notes here of what I'm talking about because that's most important here. But a key tip that's going to change your makeup, your summer makeup. A key tip that is going to change your summer makeup is what we're talking about today. And I'm actually really excited about this because summer makeup's my favorite. So if you're joining me for the first time, I hope that you get to catch this live. Live is where it's at. You can make sure you chat. You can comment that with me. And then there's things that if you're not watching this live, you're watching it after the fact, you can still comment. And those comments I will still be responding to, and you're good to go. I'm Jocelyn McClellan. If you have not subscribed to this channel, subscribe and like the heck out of this, baby. I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet and to the point fun. So we're going over your summer makeup, right? So since we're touching on that, I'm going to touch on the fact of the difference between a cream bronzer stick versus using a bronzer that's in the tin that Saint has. So a cream bronzer stick, what does it have to offer? My daughter took mine, but I have one. I'm going to tell you a couple things that's different with that and how a cream bronzer from the tin that comes in your makeup palette from Saint. So Saint, envision all of the different things in your makeup. Your contour, your bronzer, maybe multiple contours. Maybe you have different bronzers. Your foundation colors, your concealer, a lip balm, a lip scrub, whatever the heck, it can be in here, right? Okay, then you have your eyeshadows, it can be in here. Or you're more simple and you want things to be extremely basic. The compact isn't even full and it just has a couple things. So however you are, it can fit in this baby. Make sure you say hi and where you're from too. That's one of my very favorite things. So since you have the ability though to have it in here, it makes it so simple that you can take a brush or your finger and apply it in ways. But I'm going to teach you a key trick with your summer makeup that allows you to love the fact that your bronzer is in a tin and not in a stick, because you can really get down to business with it too, okay? So before I apply my makeup, I only do one simple step. And that is I apply my sunscreen for the skin type that I have. And how I know which sunscreen I need is that I took the due diligence of months and months and I tested out multiple sunscreens for multiple skin types and honestly got down to the nitty gritty in a way that I wasn't expecting. I will show you that using even 2 sunscreens, if you have different skin types, it is a game changer for your makeup. So no longer am I wasting money on setting sprays. No longer am I wasting money on primers. I'm putting the sunscreen for my skin type. And if you want a link to the blog that I have where I tested them all out and I only put my top dogs for all the different skin types, make sure that you put in the comments that you want the link for that blog and you can get it. Okay. All right. Hello from Scotland. What's up? Hi, Indiana. What's up? Hello, Ren. How are you? Watching from Tennessee. Hi, Judy. I see you, girl, from Parker, Colorado. So we're going to rock this out. There's a couple key things that I'm going to work with you today and show you. And at the end of this, if you keep watching, I'm going to give you a tip on what you can do for your hair, for your summer hair to protect it. The things that you can do if you know that you're going into a lake and you're going into a pool, which is all of us. So stay tuned for that, okay? Hello, Debbie. So today's biggest thing that I want to show you is, okay, sunscreen on the face, right? We're putting our sunscreens on. A lot of times people only put in the face. Sunscreens need to be worn whether or not it's sunny or cloudy or rainy, whatever, right? And so, but you tend to see that people get tanner everywhere else and they're lighter in the face, but we want to remember too that we need to bring that sunscreen down. But the reason why my face is lighter is because I actually, if I wear tanner, I don't tan my face because since I have melasma, you can kind of see this big patch back here. I have a patch right here. And then I have a big patch back here. That can pull, and I actually have these blue undertones that kind of show up sometimes in my face and not. That can pull a wonky color in my face. So what I do is I utilize bronzers to best take care of me for that. So I wanted to show you something. Now in the summertime, you can really dive into different colors than you do even in the winter. So in the summer, you can even change up your contour a little bit. This one's indigo. This is one that it's a very dark one that people get scared of, but you can really see how light that is. So it's actually a dark one, but it's just all on how thick you apply it. But the color in it isn't a really ashy color. It doesn't have as much ash. It's a great color that you can incorporate. The other thing though is this baby right here. So this is what we call an illuminator. So using your Saint makeup, everything that I have for the face is a cream. Okay, so we use powder eyeshadows, but everything we have for the face is a cream. So if you take this illuminator that has a little bit more warmth, so for somebody that has a darker complexion is just gonna leave a glow. But as somebody who has a little bit lighter of a complexion and you put this one on with it, this is going to change the look of your skin to really amp it up. And this is one that I put for a summer glow, but you can use this in the winter too so that your skin isn't looking dry and dull, and it's so good. What's up, Jill? So what we're gonna do today is we're going to reverse the order of what you're used to putting on makeup. You're used to putting on foundation, then putting on contour, then putting on bronzer, and then putting on all of that, right? So in the comments, I want you to write out, what is your regimen for summertime with how you wear your makeup? Do you move to just a tinted moisturizer or a tinted sunscreen and nothing else? Like, how do you do it, but you still want to have that look and be put together? So yes, it's going to be different on maybe a lake day or something that you don't really wear makeup at all. But wouldn't it be great if you can have a lake day and still feel a little put together so you feel your best when you're going to a lake still and not have to worry about it? So number one is sunscreen's on, right? Number two is I'm going to take this palette and I'm going to put this bronzer next to it. Okay, so we're going to take these two colors right here and we're going to go in with this bronzer, but also grab this glow illuminator from Saint, and we're just going to start applying and moving around the face before we put anything else on. So adding in that glow illuminator, you can put that all over. You don't just have to put it only like right in here. You can put it all over, and it's just adding in that warmth with that shine in like the most awesome way. You get too much, don't worry about it, okay? So like this would scare you? Nope. This is what's so cool about a cream foundation is it's movable, but in the best way. So I'm gonna continue. I'm just gonna move down into here to get off all excess colors off of my brush. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this and play with it a little bit more, and then I'm gonna bring it down. Because since my face is lighter than my neck, I can move this in and create that look to add in more warmth throughout. So the great thing about doing this first too is if you have melasma, if you have sunspots, if you have anything, you're getting this on. It's not pulling it too ashy because we're using warm colors, warm colors. We don't want to do too ashy of colors when we already have melasma or already have a sunspot in an area. We'd want to skip, right? So Judy says she uses Elta's tinted sunscreen. So Judy, if you wanted to doll things up a little bit more, you could use that tinted sunscreen and then only put foundation, like the Saints highlight, just right here. So you get a little more application. It's super quick. It's super easy. It takes 5 seconds. You can put this on with it and call it a day. So now we have, look, now I'm matching my neck way better, right? Isn't that cool? So we're adding in this warmth just by incorporating these two things. Now, the other tip that I want to give you for your summer makeup is adding in more of a coral look for your blushes. So I'm going to take this tin and I'm with my cream blushes, and I'm just going to add it into, so this one's called Madrid. And now we're going to just tap on and really warm up and warm into that skin. And I actually haven't applied any foundation yet. And you're like, wait, why? I'll show you. Okay, so I'm actually gonna bring that coral color even across my nose, like so. Hello. I didn't add blonde back. Nope, the dark color is just fading. It's just fading. No, they're in Texas. I gotta do whatever I got on this face. It is staying with how it is. Okay, so now I'm gonna switch brushes and I'm going to go, my go-to brush is my blend brush. So I can apply a lighter amount, and I'm just gonna ask myself, like, where do I truly need this? I don't need a lot. So I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna soften out this area. And this is truly so quick with the easy application. So think, I didn't put on setting spray before. I didn't put on a primer before. I put on sunscreen, so I'm having less layers on my face, which equals out to less movement from makeup, because we're not putting stuff where it's not needed. So now I'm just going to come in and just barely graze whatever is left over that needs a little bit of coverage. And I gotta, this new cold sore is now healed, but it's scarred. So you're gonna have to wait for that to take a chill pill. Okay, and then I'm coming in here because I know I have redness here. So I'm literally just touching up those areas of redness, and then I'm just gonna balance out wherever I deal with my melasma or my sunspot. So I'm not gonna put any contour where I have the melasma or sunspots, and I'm just gonna put contour where it's not. So I skip if I have to skip. I don't put it where it needs to, because look, that melasma is already creating its own contour line. That melasma is already creating its contour line, but see how it's pretty strong? So I'm gonna take contour right above there and just balance it out. And when you use a smaller brush, it allows you to do that and just balance that baby out. So next, I'm gonna just do as my heart desires. If you're somebody that wants to just put on a lip balm, you're gonna put on a lip balm. If you're somebody who wants to add in things more, you're gonna add in things more. I love to line my lips. It helps me just feel more polished and put together. So I'm gonna go in and line them out. So now the look that I have, I need to soften out some areas on here. The look that I have a little more glow on my face, and I just feel like it's more of a summer look. And I have a couple things now that I have a mirror in my face that I can change to. So like a couple areas that no blush is really pulled to, because everybody has areas that your face just really grabs those colors, and some it doesn't. And so I just fill in the blanks. Okay, and then I'm gonna put just a tiny bit on the inside of the eye. Not much at all, and clean this up. It's amazing what happens when you can't see it. I've been using the suede lip liner for bronzer with Bella. Do you like that? I love that. I love it. I love it. Okay, and then I'm gonna come in. I'll do a little bit of that coral color, the lip, and then I'm gonna put Summer Love over the top. And just, my lips are definitely dry because from all the cold sore mess that we had. I want my line to show up a little bit more prominent so it looks more finished on that top part. And blend it out. Thank you, Rhonda. And just like that. So you really, truly can make a soft look for your face, make it make sense for your face, and incorporate summer. So from what in the comments, did you learn something of how you can just switch out that summer look with these tips that I gave you today? So did you find that you can maybe piece something that you wouldn't have thought of for your summer look? Now, I want to touch base a little closer really quickly as I wait for comments to come in. A little closely about the stick, a cream bronzer stick versus a cream, what do I call it? Oh, just versus a cream bronzer, okay? That is in a tin like Saint has. So if it was a stick, I would go in and slide it on the face, and it would just have that slide to it, and then I'd take my brush and I'd blend it in. But with this, I'm able to get it and apply it in a blending motion immediately to the face, and I'm able to move it a lot quicker. I'm able to grab the amount that I specifically want and get it onto my face in the areas that I want, because with a bronzer too, you have that capability to be a little more messy with it, whereas a contour, You want to stay extremely tight in the shadow with the area that you're dealing with. So a contour, you want to go under the cheekbone and really stay in those shadowed lines. But a bronzer, you can have more movement onto the cheek and onto the high points of the face. And so that's what's awesome there. So if you do use a bronzer and a contour still in the summer, and you want both, I'm just gonna go and outline my hairline. And then that contour, I'm gonna barely use any under the cheekbone. So I don't need any back there. I'm just gonna use it right in here. And then come up in through here. And then of course on the jowls, and then on the jowls, you're gonna not go higher, but you're gonna make sure you paint a straight line. And follow, and then pull down to shadow all this. Okay, so quick and easy. What were the first two colors you used all over? That look, it's so fun, right? So I used Glow, and then I used my bronzer, and my bronzer is, I love using the suede lip liner, the suede lip liner from Saint. That's what I love. It's versatile, right? Because your lip and cheeks, you can use on your lips, you can use on your cheeks. You can, I mean, heck, if I could put this Glow illuminator on my eyes, even if I wanted, I could. I mean, the sky's the limit for everything that you could do. Is the best secret tip. Outlining the hairline. It makes such a difference, right? To just bring in and hone. So our goal with makeup is to make things sit so that it grabs attention to people's eyes. So I want to see your eyes right here. I want the focus to be the eyes. And if I apply my bronzer or my blushes too high, it actually makes it so the focus goes to the actual makeup. So when we shadow things in, it's creating that effect to the eye. When we brighten and soften in just key places, is making that go to the eye too. And it's super, super helpful for you. So this was just the Glow Illuminator plus the bronzer of your choice. Saint has a couple different ones. I'm loving even the Heat Waves because it's pulling more red tones. It's for darker complexion, but even with, again, versatile, with that lighter complexion. Let's see if I can show a little bit more here so you can see. So see how warm it is? So I'll barely use any of that. I definitely don't apply it like that, but it kind of gives it that sun-kissed look. So if you even have my complexion, closer to my complexion, and you want to do heat waves and really just warm up those cheeks, that's going to add in a glow on its own. And when you have that coral type cheek, I have the color Madrid on. Again, it just makes it pop and creates the best, most amazing summer look that you can have that's very neutral and natural. Of course, you could throw in pinks if you're not wanting to be so natural, but a neutral natural is the great coral tones for your summer look. So with the Saint placement for the makeup and this order of operations that you do with Saint, try doing it backwards. Get your bronzer on first. You can even do it with the illuminator at the same time. If you don't have Glow, you can try other ones that you have. And unless it's a powder, if it's a powder, you don't want to mix the two together. And then you do your contour if you need to, and then do your blushes, and then do your foundation last, so it's just minimal. Then if you do get oily, if you are somebody that you feel that you do get oily and you want to use a powder, I usually don't have to, but if you want to use a powder from there, that's funny. I don't have the brush I thought I'd have, but I'm going to get my powder and I'm going to get off any excess, and then I'm going to press it. You always want to press where you think that you're going to get oily, but I do recommend trying to leave this part. See that shine, that glow? Leave that part alone and powder other areas instead. Okay. All right, so my final tip for you today that I was talking about with the hair is we want to protect it from a pool, from a lake, anything like that. So remember that before you go out, the hair can absorb, right? And the UV protection, the chlorine and things like that. So getting stuff put it into your hair before you go out is huge. You already know that your hair is going to get nasty. So it's okay if you're putting on things that isn't going to make it look the best. But if you get some type of, this is a detangling, plus it is a UV protectant. Okay. And then this one is an everlasting color leave-in detangler as well. So when I'm taking things to put into my hair that is going to help it so that the chlorine it can absorb, because it's already absorbed this first, so it's not going to absorb it at the same rate that the chlorine will just grab it hard. It's already sealing itself off with these. So when you're going into that pool, and especially if you can pull your hair back, or if you're somebody that can just pull it halfway up like me, or to the lake, you're going to the lake, you're going to get completely wet, right? So if you can pull it into something where or keep it pinned back like so, I have a hair on my nose, then you can put this stuff in your hair ahead of time. Now the cuticle is holding onto what is on here, then go to the lake and it's going to help protect your hair, again, from UV and from the harmful chemicals too. And then make sure that when you get home, you don't sleep on your hair with the chlorine in it. If you do go to the pool or the lake, you do rinse it out, okay? Is that helpful? It seriously makes such a difference for your hair. And when you're even at the pool and stuff and you can feel how soft it is, it's a game changer for you, a game changer. The square one, this is called Everlasting Color Leave-In by Kevin Murphy. I can try and link it for you. And then this one is from Launch. It's the Sorbet. And I can get you that link too. So if you want a link for something, just put it in the comments, whether it be you want a link for a custom color match. So one thing that I offer too is if you want to try Saint Out, but make it a summer basic one, you can get it, and you don't know like what colors to do. If you're just even wanting this, you can go and get a custom color match at fitmissionmakeup.com. If you are one of my clients already and you haven't got a color match for a long time, or you already know that you've gotten a lot of tan, or you're going to be getting one, get a new color match once you have that tan. Not before, once you have that tan, so that it can have a different, it's going to wear differently on your face. Usually if you're seeing texture or anything like that, it's because you might need a new color or wash your brushes. Okay. Well, I hope you have a great day. I hope these tips was a game changer for you, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.